One of my favorite things to do with real estate agents is provide live Instagram audits. We do this in the Market Authority Academy all the time, and sometimes we even do that for Insiders Club members as well during our live coaching sessions in that Facebook group. So if you actually haven't looked at those memberships yet, check out some of the ways that I'm actively coaching and mentoring real estate agents through a couple of different offers that I have. That's below. But today, for this video, I thought maybe it would be fun to do a live audit on my Instagram. So this is actually something that I do for my Instagram probably every other month or so. I'm always just kind of having it in the back of my head to take a look at my bio, make sure everything's fresh, make sure everything looks really good. And I'll walk you through exactly how I do that in about 5 minutes or less on my Instagram. You can follow along with me if you'd like on your own to make just a quick little refreshing update for your Instagram too, for real estate. So I am looking at my personal and business Instagram account. I know you're gonna ask me, it doesn't matter if it's a personal or business. I integrate mine. I think that you have to have both. And I do have a creator account. So if you want like a hard and fast rule, you're going to have one Instagram account. It's going to be a creator account, which is going to look like this when you're logged in. And you're going to post both personal and business related. Because if you see from my feed, you can see that there's a lot of faces, there's a lot of family, and there's a lot of business related stuff here. We're going to mix it all together because you are not just your business, you're also a person too. So the first thing that I just kind of want to mention is my handle at the top here in bold is Bryce and Stefanie. If you are just setting up your account for the first time, or if you think you need to change what you've got right now, I try never to change this. I've had this handle for years and years, and the only reason we haven't changed it since is because it's on all of our printed buyer and seller guides, all of our listing signs, all of our collateral. If I were to change this username, this would be an extraordinarily expensive rebrand for me, which is why I'm not doing it. But Bryce and Stefanie is part of our brand. It's me and Bryce. We're a husband and wife team here in Phoenix, Arizona. Always happy to take your referrals. But listen, you just want to either have your name and just like keep it as simple as you can. So imagine saying your username to somebody like a client. They need to be able to type that in and find you easily. So don't have a lot of punctuations in there. Don't try to make it cute. Don't try to add in a bunch of identifiers like real estate or realtor or where you're selling. I mean, if you have to, if you must, go for it. But my highest recommendation, first name, last name. First name, last name, realtor, if you have to have an extra identifier. Looking below that, you'll see my number of posts, and then you'll see my my bio. So that bio image, I do change out a couple times a year usually. I'm gonna go ahead and update that because if you see here, I have some different branded photos that we've gotten recently that I'd actually like to update that too. But I do get branded photos done every quarter. If I was really on it, I'd probably change it out every quarter. But the most important thing here is you want that image to be the same profile image on every social media platform that you're on. So if I change it out here, I need to go change it out on my business Facebook, on my YouTube for real estate page, not this one, on my LinkedIn, wherever else I'm at, because you want that congruity. That brand like continuation. The image here is a really important part of that. Let's check out the name field. So the next field directly below that where it says Bryce and Stefanie Lugo Real Estate is the name field. That is right here. Now you do have a specific number of characters, but this is actually a really important field because it has some keyword like SEO type opportunity for Instagram. So you want to have real estate at the very least, or real estate agent, real estate team in this name field because Instagram is going to need that as an important keyword to know how to index you. So you'll see I have Bryce and Stefanie Lugo Real Estate. I could identify ourselves as realtors. I just have us as real estate to keep it a little more broad. So I'm going to leave that. Now the next part below the name field is your bio. So let's take a look at that. Right now I have real estate that does more, which is our motto, and I really think shows a little bit about who we are as a real estate brand. And then I'm doing something really important here: buy, sell, and invest in Phoenix, Arizona, and surrounding cactus emoji. Now, you don't have to have emojis, but you have to have who you serve and where you do that in your bio. There are going to be probably 50% of you watching this video who don't have their geographical location on here. You need to fix that right away. So you're going to go to edit profile and you're going to do that in the bio. And you're going to make sure that at the very least, just like right here, you have the location that you're in. And honestly, Phoenix, Arizona is probably too specific for me. I probably need to do Metro Phoenix and surrounding, but I feel like just adding surrounding here is good enough. I'll leave it for now. If I were to get a client who came in through Instagram and said, hey, I wasn't sure if you service XYZ part of town, I would definitely make a change there. I then have our brokerage handle. So not my brokerage, the brokerage that I hang my license at, MHG, my home group, and an identifier that we are top 1% realtors. Check with compliance. Your brokerage might care what you have there. And then the last line of this is pointing down emoji, resources for homeowners and realtors. Now, because I do a couple of things, I coach real estate agents and I'm also attracting clients like buyers and sellers into my business, I have to have both. Regardless, what you want is that last line to be an indicator of what people can find at the link, which is going to be the next thing that we're going to talk about. So you get space for one website link, and that's going to be right here. You can either point it to your website, you can point it to a lead capture, you can point it to whatever you want, but you only get one link, so you got to make it worth it. And so I really like Linktree, not for any reason other than it's a free account that I have, and I've always used it. So let's take a look at what mine looks like. See, this is an issue. I have a headshot image of me and Bryce that's older, or actually newer than the original one on my bio. So I would want to change those images to make it more cohesive. So in the back of my mind, I'm going to go ahead and do that after this video. And then Linktree lets you kind of add in your branding. It lets you add in a little bit of your bio. I just carried all that stuff over. And then you'll see that I have a lot of different call to actions here right now based off of what I'm doing. I'm recording this video in the fall of 2022. So whatever you're seeing on this Linktree is going to be pertinent to that. Now, the next thing that I'm looking at is my stories highlights. If someone's looking at my account and they're trying to decide whether or not they want to follow me, they'll get about to my stories highlights and maybe the first 9 posts of my feed before they decide whether or not to follow me. Now, what they're trying to figure out is, am I posting on my feed what I said I'm all about on my bio? Which is why it's so important that what you're posting on your feed is, like, every single post counts. You always want to make sure that you are reflecting the brand that you're trying to create. There has to be continuity there. I don't mean just aesthetics. I mean like content, the stuff that you're posting, the messages that you're sharing. It all has to be really congruent here. And so again, buy, sell, and invest in Arizona and surrounding. I probably could add more in my bio looking at my feed now and my stories about maybe the fact that I'm a mom, maybe the fact that we are a family brand, we really care about people, that kind of stuff, because that's a lot of what I'm sharing. But maybe someone's going to read my bio here. They see I'm a real estate agent and coach, but maybe they get to my feed and they see, well, she's posting a lot of other really cool stuff too. So maybe it's not just a bunch of salesy spamminess. Maybe I should look a little deeper and see if this is something I want to really check out. The stories are going to give them clues, like the stories highlights at the top are going to give them clues as to what that is. And the first 9 to 12 feed posts are going to give them clues. So if I look at my highlights, I know some people like to put covers on them. I have before. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just don't happen to have them right now. Maybe sometime I'll change that, but for now it's probably okay. And if I'm looking at my last 12 feed posts, this is a combination of carousel posts like this one, where there's a couple of images here to swipe, and reels, which is videos that I'm posting. It's a combination of that on my feed. Those are all pretty much in line with my brand. Like the colors are pretty cohesive. The quality I feel like is cohesive in there. And I feel like what I'm posting right now is pretty much in line with what it is I want to be sharing as a brand. So I'm not seeing any like big red flags on what I need to change for my posting strategy. I'll always kind of ask myself that question when I'm doing an audit like this on myself too. So that's what I've got. That takes me maybe 5 minutes to do. After this recording, I'm going to go ahead and update. I might tinker with that bio a little bit more, but I think the verbiage there is fine. And I'm definitely going to update the headshots that I have, like the bio, the profile images between Linktree and Instagram. And then I'm going to take a few extra minutes and do that across my other social media platforms too, to make sure everything is nice and tidy. This is something that you can put a reminder, a task reminder on your calendar for every month or every 90 days, and always just make sure that your brand presence on social media is super fresh. I really recommend you do that. I find it helpful just to kind of stay in the loop, stay up to date, and make sure things don't get stagnant. Yay! I really hope you found that helpful. And next time I do this video, I would love to invite you to be a part of that too. So check out the community tab on this YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely do that. And check out that tab because we'll be posting a call to action for you to send me your Instagram account, and I'll give you a live audit right here on this channel, either through a live broadcast or maybe on one of these videos in the future. I think that would be super fun. So if you're into that, let me know in the comments, subscribe to this video, and then check out our community tab to stay in touch. Really hope you enjoyed this. I thought this was kind of fun. So if you did, thanks for tuning in. And until next time, keep on crushing it.